Welcome back to the Rotary Sunday Series, and we are very happy to see that this is gaining so much momentum and so much of information that you're seeking. And we will take this opportunity to bring to you the different Rotary heroes and legends as we trace their journey on the episode. Let's get started. Hello everyone, and welcome once again to the Rotary Sunday Series. This time we have a Rotary legend with us. Yes, a Rotary legend. None other than past President Rotarian O P Khanna. Welcome to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Sir, you have been specially known for the amazing work that you have been doing in the Needy Heart Foundation. Can you tell us a little bit about how it all started, sir?
Sanjay, thank you. It's all started in 1998. Just before going for my UN assignment, I had a heart attack. Oh. Dr. Devi Shetty operated on me. He was head of the Manipal hospitals then, and cost me 4 lakhs of rupees. That pinched. Even at my level, I was thinking I was very comfortable. I wondered how 95% of the Indians, maybe more than that, they face such a disease which is considered to be number 1 killer in the world. I promised to myself that whenever the opportunity arises, I will do something in this field for the poor.
Absolutely. So it's your real pain that you have felt, and that's where your passion comes from. Amazing. Thank you for actually seeing the world in that perspective and showing that empathy that you do show every now and then. And it's absolutely amazing how a small incident in a person's life can actually be a game changer in such a large way. Having done that, having looked at it, and you were actually in a very different profession. So what brought you into this medical connection?
Good. I think I was to go to Uganda. The UN assignment was in Uganda. In Uganda, I did fairly well. I set up a defense workshop which saved millions of dollars to the Ugandan government. It was a lucrative job. I was getting $15,000 per month, income tax free, house free, lodging, boarding, everything free, even bar was free. Uganda, as you know, is located on the bank of Victoria Lake, which is the second biggest freshwater lake. It was a comfortable life, and we were enjoying, I and my wife, the new environments where we had gone. But we saw so much of poverty around. And my wife decided or urged me that we don't deserve this money. You give back whatever we have. And for 3 years, which I stayed for that assignment, all the 3 years, $150,000 every year, we gave it back to an NGO which was working for alleviation of poverty. In 2001, after 3 years, I came back to India for a holiday. It is then that I met 3 very motivated doctors, Dr. Vyas Rao, who is now in USA, Dr. Joseph Xavier, Dr. Devanand, and I also met Dr. Devi Shetty, who had moved out from Manipal and set up Narayana Hridayalaya at that time. All these 3 motivated people had one thing in common. They also wanted to do something for the poor patients. They knew that most of the people can't afford the surgery, and they urged me to be a part of this initiative. At that time, I took it with a pinch of salt. I was earning a lot of money, house free, drivers free, cars free, everything. But then later that night, I on a reunion dinner, I met my daughter and son, and I shared with them the morning experience, how impressed I was with the motivated doctors and some of my own thoughts. They said, Papa, you have raised us well. You have also reached at 64 many milestones in your career. We think you should kick back and do something for the society. That night, I asked my wife, without seeing in the same direction, nothing will succeed. We slept overnight, and she also, next morning, told me, yes, I'm with you. And he said, we should do whatever the children are saying. That was the night of transformation for me, perhaps from a caterpillar to a butterfly. We decided that we are going to take this plunge. I went back, resigned my job, and after 3 months, came back from Uganda to be the chairman of Needy Heart Foundation.
Fantastic journey, a great transformation indeed. I think something which benefits so many people, and we have heard so many good stories about Needy Heart Foundation. Just to help encash your experience, what would be your advice to the current leaders of Rotary? How do they visualize such a project? How do they run this? And what are some things which you would say they should really focus on so that they can create other such projects to save so many people in the world?
That's a very good question. I think initially when I started that, the Rotary, our Rotary district 3190 was excited, but probably more excitement came from the Rotary districts at the other Rotary districts in India and abroad. My maximum support came from me, RIPE Raja. At that time he was he was elected. He sent number of patients from Chandigarh, Raja Sabu. There are many people came from Calcutta, where Shekhar Mehta and other leaders from there. They were very excited. So more excitement I felt outside our district. And number of people used to come every month from other districts. And we did not refuse a single patient, whatever it was. One thing I may share, that I was motivated so much with these doctors like Devi Shetty, Dr. Joseph Xavier and all, that I wrote to all the 15 companies I was on the board, or I sat on the board, that you send all this money to Needy Heart Foundation directly.
Wow.
And I don't need this money. So since we had lot of money support, it was approximately 9.5 crores since then, all that money which was coming so we were comfortable. But then I thought the Rotary, you asked to make it more popular in the Rotary District 3190. I started Rotary Needy Heart Foundation. See, because the Rotary name was not there, so sometime our district was feeling slightly whether we should. So I started Rotary Needy Heart Foundation, and we made Panduranga Shetty, who was the first RI director from our district, as the chairman. So I was there for 12-13 years only as a managing trustee, and we ran, and it went from year to year, it progressed very much.
Okay, so the name of Rotary is so powerful.
It really helped. And now I think we have made in our board DGN, DGEs, all as board members of Rotary Needy Heart Foundation. Though the office of RNHF is the same as Needy Heart Foundation, and my secretary does all the work. But I think the progress since 2011, when we established Rotary Needy Heart Foundation, it has been going from year to year in a wonderful way.
Fantastic. So that's the power, Rotary leaders. I think you can encash the connects across districts. You can make sure that, when you tag the name of Rotary on your projects, you can really scale. So one question, Khannaji, Rotary Needy Foundation and Needy Heart Foundation, what would be the story so far in terms of numbers? How many lives have we really helped make a difference in?
Thank you, Sanjay. I think, again, a very good question. In the last 24 years, since we established NHF, and about 12 years since we established Rotary Needy Heart Foundation, we have done approximately 12,000, enabled 12,000 heart surgeries, which we consider would be approximately at the market rate 48 crores or so. But we had a very special MOU with the 12 hospitals where we are enabling these surgeries. They had agreed to do this at 1/3 of the price. So our commitment to the hospital was to help them raise that much of money. So about 48, we have given only 16 crores to the hospitals. And again, out of that 16 crores, we are giving 1/3, the other comes from other NGOs, which are inspired by our working. So either the government or the other NGOs are giving 2/3 of the money which we require, and it is without asking.
Amazing.
Other things which we did apart from saving lives is we established a homograph bank. Rotary, we call it Rotary Homograph Bank. At that time, Rotary Needy Heart Foundation was not there, but I, as a Rotarian, I named it there, though all the money was mine. The second thing which I did, I gave personally 1.5 crore of rupees to establish cardiac rehabilitation center at the Jayadeva Hospital, which is the biggest cardiac hospital in the whole of Asia.
Absolutely.
Third, I thought it is not only curing or treatment, we should expose the public, the poor people, the awareness which needed so that this heart disease is avoided. So we conducted more than 250 cardiac camps all over Karnataka, extended to part of Andhra and part of Tamil Nadu, initially with our doctors, with our efforts, so that we could avoid heart surgery as far as possible.
Lovely. Prevention is better than cure.
Prevention is better than, and as I mentioned earlier, obliquely, our own audit report counts many crores of rupees which have gone from my own. That was the inspiration to the other NGOs. And I'm delighted that what step I have taken, I'm delighted to have made this transformation. Wonderful. And I'm happier now than I was happy, and than I was ever when I was the managing director of 3 multinationals or in the UN job. Much happier now.
Absolutely inspirational to hear that. Lovely thing. And I think the takeaway is that if you really commit, there's a whole world out there willing to support and multiply the kind of effort you can make and help make a difference. So Rotary leaders, that's our cue. I think we can pick up these thoughts and ideas and see how we can roll it out in our own way. And let's be inspired by Rotarian past President O P Khanna. I think these are some amazing thoughts, words of wisdom from a person who has lived the life, and you've heard his story of how amazing it can be if you can actually touch so many lives. That's our purpose, Rotary's call for service. Thank you very much, O P Khanna ji. I'm sure that the leaders will really benefit from what they've heard from you. Once again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.